Hey, what's up everybody? It's Pasta Gains here, going over footage from week 3, day 2. We started off with block pulls. Um, like I said before, I made a mistake and I accidentally did 350 for 4 sets of 4 when it was supposed to be like 320. So today I am working up to 375 because I increased my max on block pulls after that mishap because it was just too easy. Um, I'm very happy with how the sets feel on this day. It was right where I had to be. Challenging, but very, very little to no breakdown. Um, I decided to superset today just because the gym was kind of empty and I had a feeling some people were going to be benching, so I anticipated that. Here we are with a 350. We did 2 sets with 350 this day, um, and then we moved on to 375. Bench press was the pyramid. Um, yeah, here's 205. So we do 205 this day, then 220, 235. Uh, all 2 sets of 3 with 220, 2 sets of 2, 232, and then going back down all the way to 50%. On the way down, I typically find it's too easy. I do either pause bench or legs up benching. Here's 375. It's going to be a set of 4 sets of 4. I like the speed. It's just slow because I'm still getting used to the initial pull off of blocks. I definitely have a lot of speed, as is evident from my deficit deadlifts. I usually could just crank everything off the floor with that. Here is 220. You can tell it's 220 because it's like every plate. I think my bench sets have gotten a lot more control. That was kind of bouncy there, but as I get up heavier, it's more controlled. I need to phase out that little thing I do with my legs. It's guy problems. Um, Basically, I want a closer stance, but don't want to hurt myself, if you know what I'm talking about. So it was a little slow, but nothing strenuous. I should only be doing black pulls one more time this cycle, and I think it's this weight again. So I will be stronger by then. It should be a lot easier. Um, I talked about this on bench, but you do a lot of the same weights and sets um, with the same amount of reps. And I like that a lot because it just shows you where you've made progress, and you don't have to always be upping the weight just to see progress. You can absolutely make progress with a lot of volume and generating a lot of fatigue and then dissipating that fatigue later on in the training cycle. Here's the third set. I think might be third, could be fourth. The blocks, the weight is a lot more slippery, so I think I lose positioning. That's why I take my time before the beginning of each pull. Here's 235, 2 sets of 2. I'm excited. I'll be doing 247 soon. Probably gonna do 250. I've been rounding up. I don't want to use microplates. Plus all of these weights that I'm doing, I've done before. So like nothing's too new. Here's the last set of 375 on deadlift. I really gotta watch the block on this one. It's almost coming right off on the left side. There we go. really liking how these are feeling. I could feel it in my deadlift. I mean, we'll see when I test it, but none of my sets have felt very hard at all on bench or deadlift, bench or deadlift. Um, Squat, you've seen I'm working on it. When I said we are working on it, my last video, I didn't actually mean I'm working with Sergio. He gave me a little free critique. Um, he normally does like a group session on Fridays, and he was particularly light that day. Usually there's a ton of people and they're busy, and he critiques everybody. They're either clients or you know members, so it's not entirely free. So it was very nice of him to do that for me. So I will be working on the cues he gave me. And what's cool is he actually went to a seminar Chris Stuffin did. Well, you should all know who Chris Stuffin is, but I guess he was in the area and Sergio went, and I guess he learned a few things, which kind of shows you're never too experienced to learn. Always something new. You know, you could always get carried away. I'm not saying this is the case with Sergio, but like, you know, if you, for example, I was at the YMCA and I was like the strongest, like, near the end, I was one of the strongest guys. I think someone joined near the end and he was a lot stronger, but, I was there for so long, you kind of get like not as humble. That pause set was kind of ugly. I need to not dig into my chest. I'm working on light touches. I've done another bench session this week where everything seemed very light. I was working out with a girl I met, and she has, very good control, light touches when she brings it down. I'm still sinking in a little bit. Might give me more power, but we'll see how that goes when I'm actually training for comp and I have to do a pause. And then here's deficit. Deficit deadlift, I work up to 325 for 4 sets of 4. I think someone actually complimented me today on my form. He says he's never seen me actually deadlift, which is fair since out of the deadlift workouts, you might have a day where you don't even deadlift. You do black pulls or deficits, and I very much enjoy that. Um, Deadlifts, as long as you're working in the same plane and the same like uh, joint angle, you can get away with a little bit more variation. Like if I was doing like snatch grip and sumo all the time, you know, I obviously would have to practice conventional, but my block pulls and deficit deadlifts are conventional, and I'm trying. The point is to keep it into the same range of motion, not the range of motion, uh, plane. So like I'm not changing how I'm lifting. I'm not changing joint angles. At least I'm trying not to. It would be a waste if I was doing block pulls and changing the angle to make the lift easier. I need to do it in the same plane that I would be doing on deadlift. That's how you attack a weak point. So, my focus usually on deficit deadlift is trying to keep it as close as I can to my body, and uh, it is a good hypertrophy movement. Obviously, I'm not doing high reps, so it's, it is what it is, but I believe, every person in their off season should like work on higher range of motions. I forgot I did this. I hold this for I think a good 20 seconds. It just gets kind of awkward, so I put it down and I give up. So, anywho, that is the video. I hope you had fun watching it, and I'll talk to you guys next time.